This is live number 3. Derek Dixon has decided to speak to ABC News about his allegations against Tyler Perry. Do you believe the allegations? A few months ago when this story broke, I put up polls pertaining to the allegation. Live number 3. Please check out my lives earlier, my true story live pertaining to my dying neighbor, and then Brian Korberger stalking 2 WSU students. This is about Excel. Thank you.
Welcome back, everyone. Now to our ABC News exclusive. Tyler Perry accuser Derek Dixon in a TV interview for the first time, sharing allegations of workplace sexual assault and harassment. In June, he filed a $260 million lawsuit against the media mogul. These are claims that Tyler Perry denies. But Dixon says he's speaking out now to try to stop a billionaire who won't stop themselves. What made you decide to come forward with your story?
I wanted to speak out and not stay silent about it anymore.
Actor Derek Dixon sitting down for his first television interview since filing a $260 million lawsuit against media mogul Tyler Perry, detailing the alleged sexual harassment and assaults he says he endured.
That's when you push me up against the wall and grab my ass again.
Dixon starred as Dale in Tyler Perry's BET series, The Oval.
He says, first incident, he pushed me up against the wall and grabbed my A again. Well, then that's not really the first incident now, is it?
I'm in this too, remember? Did you get shot at? No, I actually got shot.
He appeared in 85 episodes between 2021 and 2025. Tell us about the first time you ever met Tyler Perry.
Yeah, I met him at his studio opening party in 2019. I was working for an events company, and we met, and he said to me, are you an actor? And I said, well, not right now. And I was, or I'm working on it, but not right now. And he said, to talk, you should get my number and we'll talk about this.
Did any of your initial interactions give you pause?
A few of them were, did give me pause, but they weren't bad enough to think like this was a dangerous situation in the beginning.
I'm going to interject for copyright purposes. What was it about this man, this white man, that made Tyler Perry feel engaged to tell him, engage in conversation, number one, tell him he is an actor. If you haven't seen him act, make it make sense. Was Tyler Perry baiting this white man? Was he hoping to have a gullible white man or have a man go along with the flow? I have a lot of questions because I believe that Tyler Perry is a homosexual man who has been hiding his sexuality for obvious reasons, refuses to come out as a gay man when, frankly, you should have done it a long time ago when you first started doing those plays with Medea. I'm just keeping it real. And the first time I assumed that he was gay was when I watched Why Did I Get Married? He walked down the stairs in this tight-fitting shirt, and my brain just went to homosexual man. And that's been many moons ago. And then you heard allegations over the years. I believe he's a gay man who does not want to come out as a gay man. That's what I believe. Now, do you believe these allegations? That's a whole nother story. I think he was baiting this guy. He wanted to see what he was about, so he baited him to see how far he would allow himself to go with him.
Yeah.
According to your lawsuit, at one point early on, he bought you a car.
Yeah, he'd seen my Jeep.
Producer, director, playwright, and prominent name in the entertainment space. He launched his career in the 1990s.
We know that Tyler Perry is free with his money, giving his money to people. But what you have to ask yourself, a total stranger on the set, you don't know him from a can of paint. Yeah, he's working for you in one of your movies, but TV shows. But to offer to buy him a car, is he not paying these actors, actresses enough money to buy their own car, rent a home? Come on. The TV shows make more money than actual movies. Yes, if you didn't know. TV show actors make more money than actors in movies. So I'd like to know, what's the going rate for a Tyler Perry role? Why did Tyler Perry choose this guy, then bring him on to work, then offer to buy him a car? Tyler Perry, were you expecting something from this man and offering to buy him a car? Hold on, everybody.
$1 million lawsuit against media mogul Tyler Perry, detailing the alleged sexual harassment and assaults he says he endured.
That's when you push me up against the wall and my ass again.
Dixon started.
You know, a few of them were, they did give me pause, but they weren't bad enough to think like this was a dangerous situation in the beginning. Yeah.
In your lawsuit, at one point early on, he bought you a car.
Yeah, he'd seen my Jeep around the studio that I was driving, and he said, you know, that's not a great car.
Tyler Perry is an actor, producer, director, playwright, and prominent name in the entertainment space. He launched his career in the 1990s. His 2005 breakthrough film, Diary of a Mad Black Woman, debuted at #1 in the box office and was a massive success. To date, he's created 24 feature films, 20 stage, 17 television shows, and 2 New York Times best-selling books. In 2021, his prolific career earned him a spot in the exclusive Billionaires Club. His media empire includes his own production company, Tyler Perry Studios, based in Atlanta, one of the largest film studios in the country.
I'm not trying to do anything other than meet somebody at their humanity.
As his career has flourished, he's also made a name for himself in the philanthropic space. So in early 2020, when the role of Dale on the Oval, was that a dream job?
It was, yeah, it was. To be a series regular on a show was something I always dreamed about.
The complaint includes multiple screenshots of text messages allegedly between Dixon and Perry.
Picture where he's on a jet ski. Well, I said, nice picture. He said, yeah, the water looks calm. He said, nice picture. You don't see that stud in that picture? Rude. And I said, LOL, yes, that's a stud. And all these texts, I tried to de-escalate them and make a joke out of them.
Some of the messages more sexual in nature.
One of them says, what's it going to take for you to have guiltless sex? Have y'all found that in therapy yet? I would hope that you would let someone hold love to you.
Now, the complaint also alleges that in January of 2020, there was an escalation from the text messages to Tyler Perry's behavior becoming physical. Can you explain that first alleged incident?
Yes, we were over his house. We're having some drinks in his guest house, and it was late at night, and he has a guest quarters, and said that you can sleep there instead of not driving. And his house is far from Atlanta and where I was living, and I got into bed, and then I noticed that he climbed into bed with me as well, and I started rubbing my leg, and I jumped up out of bed, and he said, turn around so I can look at you, and just commented on how I looked, and then he got up and left. So I thought after that instance, it was pretty clear that I was not interested in that type of a relationship. It was very, very strange. I mean, I think it's okay that people try to make a move or shoot their shot, but if they get rejected, I think that they should stop. And so I thought it would stop after that.
Now, this is where I have the problem. This is why I always tell you all to listen to the conversations, listen to the wording when people are speaking, and they'll tell on themselves. What have you not heard so far? She has not asked him if he's a homosexual male. He has not admitted to being a homosexual male. He said, shoot your shot. Hello, buddy. Shoot your shot. You talk about a man coming on to a man, jumping in bed with a man and touching a man's leg. At what point do you as a man don't clock him, knock him out? I know we're not supposed to use violence, but hey, men do. That's what's missing from this conversation, if it's even true, okay? You're entitled to believe what you want. A man is not about to allow another man to grope him, make sexual advances, touching, conversations, innuendos. It's going to be some smoke in the city, okay? I don't care if it's a man who's not even a violent type guy. He's not the type to fight. You're a man and you want to prove you're a man and show, hey, I like women. You're going to say something to the other guy. Hey, what's up? Hey, what's this all about? Hey, I ain't that type. What people are saying. And these interviewers, you got to cut into the conversation, Lindsay. You're missing your opportunity, baby girl. You're supposed to say it, well, what did you do after you jumped out of the bed and he left out of the room? See, you don't leave it open-ended. That's how you get to the truth of a story. See, I've been cutting into that conversation, baby. Well, what did you do when Tyler left the room? Did you leave? Did you grab your car keys? Did you grab your pants? What did you do? You know what he would have said? Oh, I stayed because I thought, he was going to leave well enough alone. You sleep in the house. You're on his property. You don't know if he has cameras in the room. You don't know if he's going to sneak and come back into the room. Did you lock the door? Come on with it, Queen. You just say, oh, well, he left. I think he realized I wasn't interested. No, did you say, hey, homeboy, I don't rock that way. I didn't sign up for this. I didn't come over here for this. I didn't come over here to drink with you, to have sex with you or turn tricks or whatever. That's what you're supposed to say. I can't see how a man would feel comfortable staying in a house, guest house, barn, it's all the same to me, where a man has just jumped in your bed and touched you and you still gonna sleep in his house. And I brought you all this commentary months ago. I found this was bullshit. I'm not saying it didn't happen. What I'm saying is, if it did happen in this way, this guy Derek is full of shit. Because why are you going to continue going to his house knowing he's interested in you in that way? He's sending you text messages. So we're going from touching, groping, jumping in beds to, oh yeah, bought a car. A year later, you're going back into the lion's den. Why do you keep going around him? It's the same for a woman. A woman don't need to keep going in the company of a man that keeps making overt jokes, overt conversations, because eventually some shit is going to jump off. And you may not be able to get out. You're going to be sitting up here fighting for the kitty cat because you don't know how it's going to go down. They could pull your hair, choke you, anything. Now what? You have to be aware of your faculties. Is this some type of interaction between Tyler Perry and this white man? Because this don't make no sense that you would keep going around this guy who is also your boss, and you see he is obviously a homosexual, pretending he's not. What is the end all? Because it's not like you need to be in his house. You need to be in his peripheral. So make the queen understand why you allowing this man to grope you, touch you. You start off the interview with, he grabbed my butt again. You said my first incident, he pushed me up against the wall and grabbed my butt again. Well, again means he did it before. So then that wasn't the first incident. So what are you saying? He grabbed your butt, then he grabbed it again real quick. That was the first incident. This is bullshit.
And it didn't.
At the end of the second season, Dale gets shot in the chest 4 times.
All right. Brief intermission. Something ain't right with this information. You got to know when to get out of the way.
Why was that especially concerning for you?
What it meant to me was, if I don't make him happy, I could stay dead on the show.
And the complaint specifically says,
For me, that was his way of showing his power over us and our careers, and that he doesn't have a problem with just killing one of us off.
You're also a screenwriter and have written a TV series called Losing It. Tell us about that.
She ended up wanting to read it, and I at first was too embarrassed to even send to him, but he did, and he said he loved it and wanted to shoot the pilot for it.
All right, let's go to June.
Okay. I lost my train of thought. Why not just say, okay, he wants to kill off my character. I'm gonna get the hell on. This isn't gonna end well for me and in my favor. I'm just gonna go ahead and just end it. Say, well, you go ahead and end my character. It's been nice knowing you. And you go ahead and go find you another acting job. This is where I have a problem with this. You know you don't like the man, allegedly. You weren't interested in him sexually. So why prolong the inevitable? This is what I don't understand. And obviously this white man is gay. You don't hear it in this conversation, not even at the end. But it's obvious he is, because he said when he shot his shot, you think he would move on once he realized I wasn't interested. So I'm taking that as you are also a homosexual man, because that's just a weird wording. Shoot your shot. Now, the flip side could be he's just saying, well, he shot a shot to see if I was that type, a gay man, but I'm not. See, you don't hear him say that in this interview. Nowhere has he said in 5 minutes of this interview, almost 6 minutes, first of all, Lindsay, I'm not gay. Come on with it, Queen. Most men would want that clarified soon as they say, Tyler grabbed my shoulder, my butt, my penis, my leg, my thigh, my ear, my chin, my neck. You see why I want this? You're going to break that down as soon as you say, hey, he made a pass at me. Let me make this clear. I'm not a gay man. I don't know why he thought he could make a pass at me, because I have not represented myself as a homosexual man. I don't hear none of that.
Of 2021, another alleged incident that you outline in your lawsuit, where you're again at Tyler Perry's home in Atlanta, and it ends up with you locking yourself in the bathroom.
Say what?
We started out having drinks in the living room like we, have done before. And
before.
It got to a point in the night where, we were both kind of feeling drunk. And I remember we were walking back to the guest area where I stayed before. And there was this health monitor scale on the way. And I was like, what is that? And he said, well, you have to be in your underwear to measure, whatever. So you should do it. He reached down and pulled my underwear down and grabbed my ass. And I, tried to stop him and pull back my underwear up. And he kind of grabbed my, oh, it's okay. Just go with it. And I said, stop. I don't want to be naked. I don't want this. And
this is another incident a year later. They're drunk. He's trying to make his way to the guest room. Tyler Perry wants him to stop by this health monitor to weigh himself or whatever the hell it means. And he's pulling at his britches, pulling them down. He's telling them to stop and grabbing at his butt. So we know that he likes the tail, which we know that's a part of homosexuality. Tail bumping, tail penetration. What is it that anybody's confused about? I feel the same way I did months ago when the story broke versus what the hell he's saying in this interview. You saw the signs that Tyler was interested, and yet you still continue to be around him. You allowed him to buy you a car. You allowed him to tell you that if you didn't give him what he wanted, he would kill your character off. And now you're sitting here telling this black woman, a year later, you are back in his house getting drunk, and now he's pulling on your clothes and such and such. Ask yourself, does this make any damn sense? Why are you still hanging with this black man who's your boss, who's making advances towards you, sending you text messages that you deem inappropriate? Where are you saying in the text message, hey, we don't need to be talking about this. Hey, I ain't interested in what you're talking about. Hey, stop. Or you just the type of guy, you don't know how to tell people no in the right way. Fuck off. How about that? Get the fuck on. I don't care if you're my boss or not. And I get it. You want that job because Hollywood is a hard business. It's a hard business. And you want to keep your role as long as you can. but this ain't worth it. Hell no. Because the first time a person would come to me, even if they were trying to call my number, send text messages, I was ignoring them. The first day they say, well, I need you to come to my office. I need to talk to you. And I stupidly go on and break down and go see them. The first time you come to Queen and say, well, Queen, I really like you, woo, woo, woo. In order for you to keep your role, you're going to have to give me some sex. And I'm going to go tell you to fuck yourself. And you can take that role and shove it up your ass. I'm not going to have sex with you to keep no damn role. Because I know that I can start having sex with you, and at any moment, you can still cut me off and cut my role off. Checkmate. See, I'm woke. So I don't know how much of this information is the truth or not. But this man, if he's telling the truth, he is green and gullible as hell. Because there are no guarantees when you start sleeping with a person or giving them what they want. It doesn't work that way. You think in your mind, oh, I'll give them what they want. They'll keep me on. No, honey, they'll cut you when they're done. If he's doing this to you, he's probably done it to other people, other men. Ding, ding, ding. You're probably not the first and won't be the last. Now, Tyler Perry is still getting support by high rollers such as Oprah Winfrey. I don't know why, because I think I'd be a little leery to wonder if there's some truth to these allegations. Now all I'm waiting on is for somebody else to come out and say the same damn thing. This is a hefty lawsuit, $260 million. Some will probably say he's just in it for the money. Don't know if there's some truth to it. But he is admitting to going to this man's house. He's admitting to receiving a car. We do know that Tyler likes to give gifts. He's bought people homes. So that's not anything really unusual. But then what you have to ask yourself, how many other people on set got a car from Tyler Perry? A nice big truck, pretty truck. Who else gonna come forward and say, oh yeah, Tyler bought me a car. He bought me a car. He bought me a car. He bought me a house. He rented me a condo. He looked in the crowd, saw what he wanted. He shot his shot. You fell for it. But then here comes all this touchy-feely, come to my house, let's do drinks. First time you went to his house, he made a pass. You should have got your ass up out of there. See, I found that strange. Staying in a gay man's house, first of all, spending the night. And then I think at one point in an article that I read that he had stayed there. So that don't make no sense. Why am I gonna be staying in a house with a man that's making passes at me? One, I ain't gay, I don't like him, and he's my boss. Now I get it, some people will do anything for the almighty dollar. Is this Derek Dixon that guy? What's the truth?
He was just like, no, I'm not gonna hurt you, and just continued. And in that moment, unless someone's been through something where they have their control over their bodies taken away, you don't really understand the kind of feelings that you get in that moment. It was almost like every thought came through my head, to run, to fight, to freeze. I didn't know what to do.
He says he de-escalated and distracted Perry and eventually locked himself alone in the guest house bathroom.
Yeah, after that, he called several times and I ended up getting afraid of what was going on the other side. So I picked up, and that's when he said, he was sorry for what happened. He doesn't know why he did that, and that maybe he was self-sabotaging or something. And in the same call, he said, don't worry, we're going to do your show.
In the lawsuit, you describe this as a calculated pursuit of you by Tyler Perry. There are also several times where he says to you, you have to make your no stronger. How did you respond to this, as it's described, calculated pursuit of you by Tyler Perry?
To me, that's just so insulting. And I reiterated, I said stop. I said it. I don't think that people ever get past something like that happening to them.
Dixon tells us he last spoke to Perry in the spring of 2024 and left the show in September of that year. What ultimately became of your pilot losing it?
Yeah, it hasn't gone anywhere. He still owns the rights to it. So I can't now
go back to that.
Dixon tells us he last spoke to Perry in the spring of 2024 and left the show in September of that year. What ultimately became of your pilot losing it?
Stopped speaking to him months before.
It hasn't gone anywhere. Left. He still owns the rights to it. So I can't now go and sell it.
Brief intermission. So he can't sell the rights to the show that he introduced to Tyler Perry. I wouldn't have introduced Tyler Perry to any of my ideas once I realized what type of person he is. Because he wasn't going to do anything but sabotage it. You got to think. All this is bizarre to me. Hey, Debo, how you doing? This is all bizarre to me. He acts like a woman to me. He acts like a gullible woman. And I get it. All men don't act the same, don't navigate the same. It's just an assumption.
The actor filed a complaint with the EEOC, the federal
That
agency
men will be strong.
responsible for protecting workers from discrimination. Your EEOC complaint, Tyler's representative said, among other things, Mr. Dixon's initial letter to TPS Tyler Perry Studios about its matter demanded $42.5 million to buy his silence. They described your actions as extortion. Were you looking for money to buy your silence?
No, I think I was looking for accountability to what he did. I think what he did was wrong, and it needed to be something that would deter him from doing this to somebody else, another actor, or...
Well, let's say this. You asking $2.5 million without going public is sounding like extortion, because now you're saying, I want the truth out. I don't want him doing this to anybody else. Well, you should have done that the first time. You should have went to a lawyer, spoke publicly, told the lawyer, I want to speak publicly to the news outlets of my allegations against Tyler Perry out the gate. They didn't respond. They didn't give you what you wanted. So now you come out with articles, news outlets, blah, 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 blah. Now this news interview with ABC months later, because what? You haven't gotten paid. And you, let's just say Tyler Perry went on and paid him the money, whether the allegation is true or not. That's not going to stop Tyler Perry from fondling men because he paid somebody $42.5 million or settled for 20 or whichsoever. A predator is a predator. You've seen this so many times with allegations of famous people paying people off, and then later you hear another allegation that they touched, fondled, sexually assaulted somebody. Paying somebody off is not going to stop the predator from being a predator. So I don't know what makes you think, oh, he pays me the $42.5 million, he ain't gonna do it again. He's probably been doing it. Nobody's just come forward and spoke about him out loud because of who he is. But this is what's going to be bad if there's some truth to these allegations, that this is a grown black man who's hiding behind his sexuality, his money, his wealth, to prey on men, vulnerable men, bait them, coerce them into sex for roles in movies, whichsoever. This will be sad. Because what's wrong with just coming out as a gay man and then you go out here and you flirt with any man you want to flirt with, gay, straight, they take the bait, reciprocate, that's their business. That's what I don't get. Why hide behind pretending to be a heterosexual and you're not? You like men or you like both, women and men, then just say, I like men and I like women. Sorry, not sorry. Y'all thought I like women, but I don't. I like men. I always have. That's why I was dressing up in those big old dresses and fake boobs and silver wig, pretending to be a older black woman called Medea. I've been having gay tendencies. I've been feminine. Just tell the truth and be done with it. Instead of doing all this stupid shit here, going behind closed doors, groping men and all of that, allegedly. Why ruin your reputation? That's what I don't get. You've built this powerhouse, Mr. Perry, Tyler Perry, and you want to risk it all for some tail. When you go out here and screw a man for free. Oh, yes, there's a man out here who will screw you for free. You ain't got to do all this extra stuff. Baiting and coercion and, blackmail, and this is ignorant to me. This is ignorant.
What kind of a toll would you say that this is all taken on you?
Oh, damn, I'm sorry. That threw me off. Sorry, sweetheart, I ain't got my glasses on. Hey, damn. I said Debo.
Expert almost every day. Just this constant state of, like, if I don't answer, I will lose my job. I'll be fired or killed off the show was, I mean, it took a huge toll.
So brilliant writer,
on my
and
depression.
yes, he's gay.
You're asking in your lawsuit for damages totaling $260 million.
Yeah,
How
I
did
think
you
so, too.
arrive at that number?
Part of that number is my lost job, my lost income, the loss of the show. The other part of that is a deterrent for, how do you stop a billionaire who won't stop themselves from doing this?
Nothing.
How difficult has it been
260
to
nothing.
tell your truth?
It's been hard.
It's a lot of money, but
It's been hard.
you're not gonna get $260 million.
It's a vulnerable thing to talk about. I think for anybody, there's a lot of shame, I think, around it. And just trying to think what you could have done better and having to deal with the judgment of what, everyone might think of how you could have handled it better.
Right,
Without
I'm
being in that
judging.
situation.
Perry has not yet responded in court filings. In a statement to ABC News, his lawyer called Dixon a, quote, individual who got close to Tyler Perry for what now appears to be nothing more than setting up a scam, and that Tyler will not be shaken down, and we are confident these fabricated claims of harassment will fail. If you were to talk to Tyler Perry right now, what would you say?
I would say, I hope that you take accountability for what happened, and I hope that this has taught you not to treat your employees this way and to never use someone's dream to coerce them into a relationship that's not professional.
What would justice look like for you?
Justice would look like thinking that
Possibly others that were around as actors can verify
I've made a change
what really
and
happened.
that
But this is behind
something
closed
like
doors,
this won't
Dad.
happen
That's
to
where this is the problem.
another actor that works for him or another actor in the industry. That would be justice for me.
Our thanks to Derek Dixon for the conversation.
Okay. I'm gonna go back in and try to read some of those text messages that was on the screen. Hold on. Okay. Why are you sad, Deb? This is Tyler Perry talking to Derek. I would hope that you would let someone hold you and make love to you. You are missing the best years of your life, my friend. Trust me, I hope you get past that block in your mind soon. Derek replies, well, it's not this person. I can't see what this is. Hold on. I have to go back, hold on. Or the screen's being blocked. Well, it's not this person, but yes, I want that too. I'm working on it. Therapy is helping. Then Tyler goes on to say, what's it going to take for you to have guiltless sex? Have y'all found that yet in therapy? So is he talking to Derek and the therapist? Or Derek and I don't know. Then he says again, yes, it's the exact same kind of car, Geo Metro, whatever the hell that means. Then he replies, Derek, giving up Tyler Perry. I don't really know what that means, that good comment. Then Tyler says, unfortunately, Derek, I have friends who are in their 50s and 60s who are still dealing with that, and it's so sad. So I guess he's talking about older people having sex and feeling guilty about believing in God, but I guess desiring sex. Then he says, have freedom from religious guilt and still believe in, I guess, having sex. Hold on a minute. You can have freedom from religious guilt and still believe in Christ. Oh my God, my head hurts. I don't know what the hell's going on with these allegations. Of course, they are not good. I do think it's a lot of money that he's suing for. 260 million. Somehow he thinks the more he asks for, it will affect Tyler Perry's mindset and consciousness. No, it won't. No, it won't. Because if indeed he is a predator, there's not anything you can say and do and dollar amount you can sue for that's going to make Tyler Perry come to a Jesus aha moment, okay? It doesn't work like that. Number one, do you believe these allegations? Do you believe Tyler Perry baited this young man, saw him out, brought him under his wing, used him to be in his TV show, harassed him sexually, touched him inappropriately? Do you believe these allegations of what happened at his home more than one time? Do you also believe he should pay for what he's done to Mr. Derek Dixon? Do you believe Derek Dixon? I'm going to say this and I'm going to check out of here. I think Tyler Perry has been living a lie. I think he has not been his true, authentic self as much as he's preached in these plays and movies about redemption and women trying to better themselves, men trying to better themselves. He has not been truthful with himself, okay? He has not been his true, authentic self. He has not told the truth that, hey, I like men, I like women, I like both. So you trying to send a message in your plays and having people sing biblical songs and scriptures, it's all a lie because you're not being your true self to say, hey, I do believe in God, I do believe in Christ, but I also like men. I know it's not a favorable thing by God, but I do like men. Just speak your truth and be done with it. I think something happened between these two. I don't know if they went all the way. I don't know if this guy is telling all of what actually happened between he and Tyler Perry, but I think something happened. I'm going to say that. Is it this, what he's related to us? I'm not going to say. I believe everything. Not to say that he's lying, but I really don't know because naturally I wasn't there. But I do believe something happened. Whether it was whole sex, partial sex, some touching, some groping, some flirting, something went on. But where I have the problem with this man is that, yes, there are expectations of a man. And one expectation is that a man will speak up for himself, especially in this type of situation. I get it. A person will be caught off guard, being flirted with or groped by another man. But I'm thinking from a Angela perspective. I just can't see you sitting there allowing another man to grope you, to flirt with you, to send you vulgar text messages or insinuating text messages that are sexual in nature. Now, one can look at these conversations and just say, oh, he's just talking to him about living his truth and having sex. Doesn't mean that Tyler's coming on to him. See, everything's about perception. This is why I always tell people don't text, because anybody can misconstrue your meaning in a text. So somebody else can read these texts and say, well, Queen, I don't think Tyler's flirting with him. I just think he's just telling the guy, hey, live a little. You want to have sex, have sex. Because when he says, I would hope that you would let someone hold you and make love to you. Now, Tyler's not saying, I want to hold you and make love to you. He's just saying you're missing the best years of your life, my friend. Trust me. I hope you get past that block in your mind soon. So one could say that's not Tyler talking about himself to him. He's just talking about in general. Hey, I hope you meet somebody. I hope you let somebody hold you, love you. Not meaning I want to do it. So what's the truth? In the text messages? Is it just Tyler talking in general terms? But he's not saying, I want to do something to you. I want to. If it's true, then we're not seeing all of the text. So let me go there. Perhaps there are more in-depth conversations that we're not seeing, where it's more explicit. So are there more explicit texts between Mr. Dixon and Tyler Perry? And do we see this man responding in a manner that would make Mr. Perry think Dixon is interested? We will see. Naturally, you can erase your responses in text messages. You can also erase the responses from the person that you're texting. So you won't really get the whole truth unless someone seizes their phones and do a deep dive into their conversations. This is a bad scenario of he said and he said. And naturally, when it comes to liking people, you will favor the people you like. You like this guy, Derek, you like Tyler Perry, you're going to believe the one you like. You're going to believe the one you know. You're going to believe the one you think you know. You're going to believe the one that's related to you. So naturally, you're going to have people on this side believing Derek. You're going to have people on this side believing Tyler Perry. I believe there's something to it. What exactly, I don't know, but I think something happened between the two, either consensual or non-consensual, I can't say, but I believe something happened. And I think Derek let this shit go on too long. All for keeping a job and money in his pocket. And I get it. People do stupid shit to keep a job, to keep money, to stay in somebody's graces, their favor. But in the end, you're going to be the one hurt because you're allowing this person to use and manipulate you and con you. And in the end, they're going to win because this man has more money, more clout. You are nothing to him if indeed these things did happen. He would use you, he'd use another guy. It'd be no different. Just as quick as he's baiting you if these things did happen to Mr. Dixon. You're cut dry, off the show, he'll go bait another guy. He'll do the same damn thing. Hi, how are you? Want a job? Blah, blah, blah. Oh, you need some new tires for your car. Oh, your car's in the shop. Oh, you need a new car. Oh, you need a new home. Then next thing you know, Tyler's wanting you to come over. He's wanting you to do things with him. He's wanting to talk to you late night. And then next thing you know, it's repeat of what this man is alleging. So I'm going to put up another poll to ask you, with these latest text messages and this interview, do you believe Mr. Dixon's accounts of his interaction with Tyler Perry? Will Tyler Perry respond to this interview, or he's going to let his lawyer talk? Naturally, Tyler's not going to talk because you're not recommended to speak when you have these type of allegations anyway. Some people will, but lawyers will tell you, be quiet, I'll do the talking. Don't say anything. What I want Tyler to do is tell us the truth. Did you invite this man to your damn house on more than one occasion? Did you grope him? Did you grab his buttocks? Did you pull down his britches, pull his pants down when he asked you not to? Did you do this on more than one occasion? Because the buying the car, I don't know. I don't think maybe he should have done that. Because you know what? This is a message to other people who work with Tyler Perry. You didn't offer me a car. Stay woke, everybody. You didn't offer me a car, Mr. Perry. You didn't offer me a place to stay. Did you ask me if I needed a place to stay or if I needed a car? If I needed a new battery, an alternator, new tires for my car? Because as I said, we know that he's a giving person, but you have to use common sense. With these allegations, it is how it looks. And the fact that this man has worked with a lot of people in the business, directors, stagehand, actors, extras, all of them are now going to look and say, I was in need of something. Tyler knew he didn't offer me anything. Because think about it. Everybody coming in, working as an actor, stagehand, producer, associate producer, they're all probably struggling, needing to pay rent. Atlanta's very expensive to live. Cost of living is high. Just imagine you having to write a check for everybody on set that needs something. Oh, come on, we're gonna keep it real. This one needs a car, this one needs a car, this one needs babysitting fees. This one's behind on their mortgage, this one's behind on their rent. This one's got a gambling debt. This one owes school loans. This one owes house loans. See where I'm going? And I ain't gonna sit here and believe he ain't heard the stories of people suffering and in need. And that's the whole point. Billionaire or not, you would be putting out a lot of money. Everybody came crying to you about their personal and financial problems. You'd be a bank, not just an employer, but you'd be a piggy bank. And that probably wouldn't be a good thing either, because you can be a giver and also get used. So like I said, him buying that guy a car sends a message to the other people who have worked with Tyler. Well, damn, I was needing a car my damn self. I've worked with you this many years. You ain't never offered me a car. You ain't never offered me a place to stay. You didn't ask me, could I come live at your mansion? Stay woke, everybody. So not only did he get a car, but didn't hear that months ago, in one of those news reports, he was living at his house. So this is deeper than just groping, touching, text messages. What the fuck are you doing living at his house? And he's made advances to you a year or so before. See, that don't sit well with me. So this is why you have to listen to everything. First interaction, you should have been leery about working for Tyler Perry out the gate. Job, no job. Do I want to go into the lion's den with this billionaire? Because if he's touching me, talking to me, making advances, he's going to continue. Anybody with sense should know this. A child would be able to tell you they're going to do it again. That's why we're here now with this $260 million lawsuit. He didn't stop until you filed grievances with this corporation, blah, 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 blah. And then he got notice, the head honchos got notice. Okay, we have a problem. Now we ask the ultimate question. How many more people have the same account pertaining to Tyler Perry of being assaulted, groped, fondled, unsavory text messaging? Will we hear that there have been other men and or women who've had the same type of interaction with Mr. Perry? Because see, the thing about one person complaining or bringing a complaint, it opens Pandora's box for other people to come out and tell their truth, and then possibly for other people to lie. And then everybody sits around trying to decipher who's telling the damn truth. You don't know who to believe. But I think it's interesting, we're not hearing this from a woman. Ding, ding, ding. Stay woke. These allegations are coming from a white man. Not a black man, not an Arab, not a Jew, but a white man, not a woman. Not a woman saying, Tyler Perry came on to me. So it's like self-fulfilling prophecy. What people assumed about Tyler Perry, there may be some truth. He is a homosexual man who refuses to come out that damn closet. And then you then came on, let's say, allegedly, to the wrong guy, and he's decided to come out and tell us a little bit of tea about what y'all been doing behind closed doors. It's up to you all to decide if you believe these allegations. Lawyer says he ain't getting ready to pay up. This is a scam. This man tried to get close to Tyler Perry. In the end, Tyler Perry is the head knocker. He's a billionaire, money, studio exec, owner. How is it that some random white man who showed up to an event, shamoozled his way into Tyler Perry's fold? The lawyer, you sound like a fool. He's just a regular guy. He's just a regular guy. And you want me to believe, a 54-year-old woman, that this creature was just so savvy, he could meet Tyler Perry, get a role in a movie, TV show, get him to buy him a car, stay at his house, have these interactions with him, sexual in nature, and it's all a mistake. It's all Derek Dixon's doing. No, I don't believe that. I do believe Tyler picked him out wherever they were. He saw somebody he was interested in, and it went on from there. I do believe that. Because this is not a well-known guy. He was not already, had a name for himself in the industry. I think Tyler saw him and he put his bid in, and he baited him and brought him in to be, in his show, and one thing begat another. That's exactly what I believe. That's my commentary. Like, share, subscribe, drop your comments below this video. Take the polls on my community page, weigh in, give me your opinion, tell me why you feel the way you feel when you take the polls. If you decide to comment, follow me on the Newsbreak app. And what is going to happen with this lawsuit? Will Mr. Perry settle? Will he pay this man the $260 million? Will he pay him a portion of the $260 million? How much of these allegations are the truth? How much are fabricated? And will Mr. Tyler Perry finally bring his big black tail up out that closet and claim his true self as a homosexual man? Because, Mr. Perry, I do believe you are a gay man. And if that's your truth, then that is your business. But I feel like in this day and time, you can't preach about redemption and bettering yourself and being a whole human if you're not going to tell your own truth that you do like and desire men. That's your choice. And maybe you feel like you don't want to share that with the world. That's also your choice too. But you can't be hiding behind marriage and being with a woman and making children and babies, but also be desiring and lusting behind men. That ain't right. That ain't right. And you're sending a false self to the universe, to the public, that you are a whole man that desire women, but really you don't. I think you picked up that lady and married that woman for show, to make it look like you wanted a wife and a family. And maybe somewhere deep down in your subconscious, that is what you wanted at one time in life, or you thought you wanted, or it looked good, but that's not really who you are. I think you've been hiding a long time, and I think it's time you come out and be your true self. I think you'll be happier if you just identify as a homosexual man and be done with it. And then you don't have to worry about these type of stories and allegations, poking and groping folks, when you can just come on out, see a man, put your damn bid in. And it ain't to say a person won't try to set you up and lie on you, but at least you be living your true self. That's my commentary, everybody. If you'd like to donate to this great network, $McAngie 129 Cash App. Stickers and chats are always welcome during the live. This was live number 3. What is the truth? And will the truth ever be revealed? And will there be other allegations against Tyler Perry? Do you believe these allegations? Or is Mr. Dixon just trying to use Mr. Perry and get money from him? Is all this made up? Staying with him, visiting, text messages, being groped, touched. Are they lies? Weigh in. Thank you for your time. You've been listening to The Bald Excel. Thank you.